Previously on Denominator.
Hello world, my name is Denominator, and today we're playing Tetris with a twist. Guys, come on now. I said a twist. A twist. How hard is it to do a twist? I said a twist! Look, if your device can't play some form of Tetris, can you even say it really exists? It doesn't play Tetris. Everybody's played a Tetris at some point, and if you haven't, well, you've heard of it now. You're welcome. You can't beat the classic block drop and formula. Just look at all these imitators who've tried to... Oh. Look, I like Tetris, but sometimes I want to play Tetris without actually playing Tetris, you know? Like, the good old-fashioned game is plenty good addictive fun, but even just a single extra mechanic can go a long way to spice things up a bit. And I think that's why I've been always interested in the idea of 3D Tetris. Now, I could just play this if I no longer want to use my eyes to see, but then I wouldn't be able to play Tetris anymore, so instead, why not just play Tetris on a console that has 3D and doesn't hurt my eyes? Most of the time. Now, if only such a game existed. What's up? Oh, great, it's one of those YouTuber clone things. Alright, what are we gonna call you? You may call me... Laynad. What? I'm basically you, but I don't need glasses. Also, I wear a hat. I don't have a hat! Yeah, well, anyway, I hear you've been looking to play 3D Tetris. Yes, that's a very weirdly specific thing for you to know about me. Well, lucky for you, I have a solution right here. Take a look. Whoa! Tetris who? This is Tetris Axis for the Nintendo 3DS, a pairing that must have been made in heaven. Just look at this. 3D Tetris, 3D Tetris, 3D Tetris. I don't even need to read the rest of the box. I know exactly what I'm getting. Finally, it's Tetris in 3D! I should have been more specific. Yep, this is the one feature that puts the axis in Tetris Axis, and yes, I am just as confused as you are. This is such a weird feature, and given that this is on the 3DS, all it really does is make the playing field harder to see. Why would I do that unless I wanted to brag on somebody? Hey, you call yourself a real gamer? I played Tetris Axis with the field pointing all the way up. Oh yeah? Well, I played Tetris Axis with the field pointing all the way to the left. Yeah, so? In 2D, you absolute madman. Okay, all jokes aside, I really do like this game. There are so many modes and options in this package, it'll take you some time to get through them all. There are over 20 different ways to Tetris here, including a completely new one, Fever Mode. Basically, you get a minute to score as high as possible on a really thin board that has items, coins, and unique obstacles along the way. It's a nice addition, but since there's no endless mode, I feel like the fun ends really before it starts. As for the other modes, we have the standard marathon, CPU battle, and survival, along with a bunch of party modes called Jigsaw, Shadow Wide, Wii Fit, Tower Climber, Bomb Bliss, Stage Racer, Capture, Master, Sprint, and, don't you say it, augmented reality games. By themselves, these are just altered versions of Tetris with one thing added in, like bombs to clear lines faster or blocks that drop at full speed from the beginning. There are a few modes that do have extra replay value, like with Shadow Fit, you can create your own shadow for you to attempt to fill with blocks, and Jigsaw, which lets you... Oh wow, this is amazing. The closest mode to a full 3D Tetris is Fit, which has you dropping preset blocks onto a plane that's constantly coming closer to you. If you're gonna do something so specifically limited like this, why not just make 3D Tetris while you're at it? Well, to round out the package, we have multiplayer, which works with online and download play. Nice to see they thought of everything. Beat you again. Hey, that's not fair, alright? My board was turned all the way to the right! Either way, all of these modes are insanely customizable, letting you change most everything for each mode individually. But is there anything else that really tells you that you're playing Tetris on the 3DS? Yeah, I guess that works. So, Laynad, the episode's over. Do you just, disappear now or something? Well, I do play Tetris now, so technically I do exist, as long as I don't stop play- Hello world, my name is Denominator, and welcome back to Review Crew, a series of monthly collaborations by a group of YouTube creators on the rise. Today we'll be tackling Super Mario spin-offs, which means any game outside of the Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario 64 lineup of titles. There's a lot of reviews to look at, so, as they say in the Mushroom Country, let's-a go! Oh, don't worry about that, it does that sometimes. Usually I don't get pulled in. I'm not sure I liked it. Hey, I didn't even get to do my entry! Oh, my back. What happened? Oh, must be back in my dimension. Why am I thinking about Tetris? Oh, greetings Earth, my name is Nedominator. You'll never believe this. I was just in a dimension where a guy named Dan, who looks exactly like me, reviews mostly good video games and goes around saying things like, "Hello world." Who does that? Well, now that I'm back here, I guess I might as well get back to doing what I do best, reviewing mostly bad games. It seems like our dimension got stuck with a bunch of stinkers. Whatever, I've got plenty of games to review here, like this one overturned 3DS game that I got a few weeks ago at a pawn shop for like $5. I don't know. Seems Dan has it pretty good, actually. He's got this great dimension, bunch of great games to look at. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I could get back to his dimension. I just need a good 3DS game about dimensions. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Okay, so Pac-Man and Galaga Dementia was released by Bandai Namco in order to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Galaga and Pac-Man by trying to convince us that Galaga and Pac-Man's old designs were bad. Yikes. This was the start of a series of games that hinged on the mantra that Pac was back. Nobody told me that he left! While most people associate the new designs with that show, there were actually a few games released with it as well, this being one of them. And as the title implies, this is a collection of multiple games, so looks like today we're playing Pac-Man with a tilt. Guys, this isn't funny. Dan did this joke last month. Originality, do you speak it? Alright, so it's Pac-Man. Uh-huh. As a platformer. Uh-huh. You tilt the system to move. What? And speaking of originality, this game is looking awfully familiar for some reason. Oh no. It can't be. It's Yoshi Topsy-Turvy. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Yoshi Topsy-Turvy, or Yoshi's Universal Gravitation, geez a whiz guys, were the extra syllables worth it, was a game released for the Game Boy Advance in 2004. The game primarily focused on you using the built-in gyroscope in the cartridge to tilt the environment and shift obstacles, defeat enemies, and change how Yoshi moves. And as you can guess, this worked really well on the Game Boy player, just ask FrameRaider. It's a novel concept to be sure, but the technology was definitely not ready for this one. There's only 3 directions on this cartridge, left, right, and center, and tilting the environment causes multiple structural issues. See, that's the thing with gravity-based platformers. In order to make your game work properly, you have to make sure the characters can land and move around on edges properly. If you can't do that, then the characters can end up moving around very awkwardly and fall off of things expectedly. But that's my exact problem with Yoshi Topsy-Turvy. It's very easy to fall off of ledges because the gravity changes aren't accounted for. Oh, and here's Pac-Man Tilt having the same problem nearly 10 years later. Why? It's like Yoshi Topsy-Turvy and Sonic Spinball had a baby, and I mean that in the worst way possible. Multiple parts of the level design feel like they're copied straight from Sonic, and that is not a good thing if you don't have rock-solid momentum physics. Pac-Man turns into a ball when the 3DS is tilted far enough in the direction that he's moving. If he isn't moving fast enough, he won't roll and will instead just hit a wall and make you feel stupid. But I'm the one playing Pac-Man Tilt in 2020, so honestly I don't know who the smarter one is here. The big shame is that all the other games in the package are pretty solid. The the original Pac-Man and Galaga on the 3DS, as well as Galaga Legions and Pac-Man Championship Edition in 3D. Man, this is so cool! Not to mention that there's a brand new Galaga game in the package as well. Basically, it's Galaga. As a first-person shooter. You tilt the system to move. Every time! So yeah, Pac-Man and Galaga Dimensions? Pretty okay game in my book, surprisingly. I mean, it's not the greatest, and a lot of the titles in it feel kinda tacked on, but hey, at least we can say it's not Yoshi Topsy. Whoa, jeez! Dude, it's pronounced Yoshi's Universal Gravitation. Oh, shut up and wait for the transition. Hello world, my name is Denominator. And greetings Earth, my name is Nedominator. And welcome back. It seems that we've crossed dimensions once again. So, do you want to do a video while we're here? Something about Super Mario spin-offs if possible. Sure, yeah. You want to take a commemorative photo while we're here? Oh yeah, sure, why not? Nice. Now, do you want to take a photo with Mario? This is one of your worst segues ever. Yeah, I know, I'm workshopping it. In this day and age where every fancy camera also comes with a smartphone, it's easy to forget how important the 3DS camera is. Sure, everybody likes to make jokes about it nowadays, especially considering the camera quality and even more so the lighting. Oh my goodness, the lighting is terrible. But there are some pretty cool features packed into this thing. If you're able to get good lighting, you can actually have a lot of fun with this. 3D photos, and quite a couple of other little features too. I've actually made a couple stop motion films on these. But one of the most interesting ideas to come out of this camera were AR games, a collection of little mini games included with the 3DS in a special software package. Yeah, these are fun. I actually haven't played them in a while, but ever since doing this video I've thought about playing them a lot more. There's definitely some novelty here. But this wasn't Nintendo's only journey into augmented reality, as they would later release Photos with Mario. Yeah, you probably forgot this thing happened, didn't ya? Well, if it makes you feel any better, I did too. This app has been sitting on my 3DS for years now, and I don't think I've opened it in the last 3. But now seems like a good time as ever to revisit it, so let's take a look.
It's me, Mario!
Alright, so it's Photos. With Mario. You tilt the system to move. This joke has run its course. In case you've never heard of it, this is a free application that released for the 3DS in 2014. Released alongside were multiple special edition eShop cards that had the Photos with Mario AR cards included alongside. I did manage to collect 4, but unfortunately I'm missing Luigi and Koopa Troopa. But since I'm a dirty cheapskate, I can actually find a place online to just print these, in a much larger scale no less, and you would be surprised how often that comes in handy for making a better photo. I'm gonna avoid talking about the possible glitchiness of this app because I think pretty much everybody knows you need to be in good lighting to actually make these cards work, so let's skip to the good stuff. This app is a great idea. There are so many different little animations for each character, some interact with each other, and you can use the standard AR card for yet another couple of surprises. This is one of those apps that has so many hidden secrets and ideas in it. It just feels like it was meant to be on the 3DS. It just exudes so much character. I love it. You can grab and release any of the characters that you've brought to life through the AR cards, and you have the ability to change the lighting, add some effects, and change the length of the timer. There's a random timer that will actually play the entirety of the Super Mario Bros. Theme song. Either way, this is adorable. All of the characters you'd lined up will pose once the timer runs out, so you can actually make some pretty unique stuff here, or you can just take a photo whenever you feel like it. I could go more into detail, but honestly, that wouldn't be doing the app a lot of justice. How much you put in is how much you're going to get out. Go get this game for yourself, and you might be surprised at what you find. If you like taking creative pictures, you'll probably like this. Well, Mario, I hope you've enjoyed your 35th anniversary. This is Denominator signing off, and Nedominator signing off. See you next video. Well, I'd say that went pretty well. What do you think? Yeah, I could think a couple parts where it could... No, it was pretty good. Yeah, it was a pretty good video. Oh, Well, looks like that's my ride. Yeah, I, guess you gotta go. Well, nice hanging out with you. Lena, do you have any idea why we keep jumping dimensions like this? Nope. Okay. No way. He's gonna find out eventually. Hello, old friend. It's been a while, hasn't it? No, wait, I'm not ready! Hey, Dan, can I talk to you about something? Oh. Shoot! Shoot, where is it? Come on. No! No, no. No. Ah, where is it? Dan!